Hi, I'm Debbie, this is my friend Carol, and today we're going to make hard candy. So the first thing you need is 2 cups of sugar, just regular white sugar, 3/4 cups of water, 2/3 cups of corn syrup, and that's your basic start. You also need a candy thermometer, and you will need some food coloring and flavoring, but that's later. We'll show you that later. So we're going to add the sugar and the water and the corn syrup, which doesn't always like to come out, so you have to scrape it out. And of course you want a spoon because you're going to want to stir this up. Forgot to mention that. You want to stir that and let this cook at on medium heat until it starts to bubble. And at that point you have to put in your candy thermometer. And we'll do that in a little bit. At this point all you have is this cloudy mass, and you want to stir it lightly until it turns clear and starts to bubble. You don't want your sugar sticking to the bottom of your pan. And as you can see, it's now becoming a lot less cloudy, and you can just see the bottom of your pan. And this has only taken about 5-7 minutes. Okay, as you can see, it's started to boil, so we're going to take our spoon out, and we're going to put in our candy thermometer. And you want to put the candy thermometer in so it's in the liquid but not touching the bottom. See, it's touching the bottom of my pot. So I'm going to have to bring it up. You do not want it on the bottom of the pot or you'll probably blow up the thermometer. See, you have to play with it a little bit sometimes. There we go. Now it's not quite all the way down in there, but as it starts to bubble it will get bigger and it will be in the liquid. Okay, and as you can see it's bubbling. Do not stir at this point. You do not want to stir this again until you add your flavoring, and that's at the very end. And now you simply watch the thermometer to 260 degrees, at which point we're going to add our color. Alright, we're going to add our color, and you simply drop it in. And you can make this as light or dark as you like. I tend to like mine a little darker. And as you can see, you don't stir it. It will mix itself by using the bubble action. Okay, after your liquid stops bubbling, or it's just barely bubbling, and measure out your flavoring. And step back so in case it steams, because sometimes it will. You don't want to get steam in your face and burn yourself. That would not be good. And we're going to take the candy thermometer out. And we're just going to give this a quick stir to mix in. So if you want to spray a cookie sheet with some ham or cooking spray, whatever you've got in the house. Alright, now we're ready to pour this on our cookie sheet. And you literally just pour it on there. And be careful of the steam. As you can see, it still bubbles. You scrape your pan to get everything out if you can. You gotta work fast, because as it cools off, it gets hard, and it does it fast. Good. I'm going to put about a 1/4 cup or so of powdered sugar, and just eyeball it. It's not, you can always add a little more if you need it. Into a bag. And then here's where the fun stuff comes in. Could you get the hammer, please? Here. We get the hammer out. We're going to take a clean dish rag, or dish towel. Beat the candy. Look, we need a harder surface. Note to self, use a hard surface. And see what happens? How about that? And now, you can just take the pieces out, and if they're too big, you can snap them easily, or just leave them big, however you like it. And you take your candy, and the reason we put it in the sugar is because, depending on where you live, now I live in a fairly dry area, but we do get a lot of humidity in the summertime. And so, what the powdered sugar does, is it keeps it from sticking to itself, and you can get a real gloppy mess going if you don't put some sugar on there. Unless it's going to be eaten the same day, in which case that could happen. So you don't want to really cover it so bad that you can't see the color. You just want a light coating on it. Make sure you get it mixed up well. Like that. And then if you'll hold that open, we'll do the last batch with the fingers. Maybe. It may cause a mess. Who knows? Sometimes this works, and sometimes it doesn't. Because of the oil on your can, it likes to stick to the can. So sometimes you just have to do it. You could probably take a rubber spatula to it too. Some of it's just being stubborn, not stuck. It's just very thin. So you can make it as thick as you want by or thin as you like, spreading it out over your pan, or just leave it how it lays, and it makes thicker pieces. Be careful because these are sharp. So you don't just grab them real rough. It's almost like handling glass. You want to do it very carefully. And each batch of this makes enough. You can put this now into gift bags, and it makes about a pound of candy, believe it or not. So you could spread it out amongst your friends for Christmas, birthdays, parties of any kind. And so you see, you can even put it out on a pretty plate and serve it at Christmas parties, or take it to work and put it out, and you won't have much left when you're done. And make different flavors, different colors, and it's really pretty. Kind of looks like a jewels in a bag if you mix different colors. And that is how you make hard candy.